Good morning, team. What a beautiful Saturday. Well, it's a little bit raining here, but you know what? Every day is a beautiful day, and that's what you make of it. So I want to introduce an awesome leader, Terry Pope. I've known this guy I've only been in the business about a year, but Terry's been in this business, I think, for 3 or 4 years, or coming up to 4 years. Awesome leader. The guy used to be an accountant, and the knowledge that this guy's got is just unbelievable, and he's just tearing his business up. So I'd like to hand it over to Terry.
Thank you so much, Noel. Thanks, buddy. Great introduction. I think you can do all my intros from now on. Not that I'm thinking the second Kylie, but well done, buddy. Well done. Thank you very much. Look, really, I've been asked this morning just to have a conversation about what I saw as this business as an accountant, and I think I should tell you a little bit about my story to get us there. I used to be a professional fisherman and loved it, absolutely loved it. But when my daughter was changed, my world changed. You know, I had my reason for doing things in life just went through the roof, you know. I suddenly had a miracle in my life. And although I had a vision to put someone on my trawler that I was looking at buying several $100,000 worth, this is back in the late 70s, they weren't cheap. But I was looking to run it part of the year and put someone in my job. So when my daughter was born, I had the seed of that thought of what to do. And I thought, oh, what can I do? Because this is not going to cop it for me. I'm doing 24-hour days and I'm at sea, and I can be away for 3 months at a time. And I wanted so badly to be with my child. So I looked at 3 industries. See, I'm an accountant. I can't count. It's okay. 3 industries. And one of them was funerals, because I'm a baby boomer. Hey, we're all going to die. A couple of us might get out of it. I'm not going to say everyone's going to die, because someone says it's happened before. We're all going to die. So I knew that was going to be an absolutely massive business into the future. My challenge was I was 25 and I didn't want to hang around with dying and sad people. Then I realized my friends drank when they were happy, when they were sad. So I looked at pubs and entertainment. And although I drank a little bit, I thought, oh, that's going to get a bit social for me, and that could be a challenge. But then I realized that while we have government, we will never get rid of taxation. So I didn't go to university when I left school. I had a good education. I went fishing for a gap year, and that turned into 12 years, as it does. And so I went back to university part-time, studied, and I got a job in a taxation company. And really good learnings in life is every business you're in is a people business, this more so than anything else. So it's learning the skills. I didn't know what I was doing. I knew that work. In my 3rd work, I made people laugh and have fun because I was a rat. And my 3rd week, I had 40 people turn up as referrals to come and see me. And these guys went, hey, are you studying? We'd like you to stay. Well, 2 years later, I ran the company and they made me a partner.
Wow.
So we looked at other things, and I also recognized really quickly that we were baby boomers, and I realized that by 2010, our government was not going to pay us a pension. So we started looking at ways to create cash flow, and not necessarily cash flow at that time, but a way they could replace their pensions. When we got to that time, we looked at superannuation, because that was the big kick in back then. And we looked, and what happened was we found the 5 best. I went out and studied. Came back and said to our clients, you need something. This is in the mix. Well, over the next 12 months, the top company in Australia went from 33.5% down to under 18. And all because their fund manager, who was brilliant at his job, was paid millions to go elsewhere. So we realized you couldn't count on it. You had to find something else. We looked at property, 900 years, 10% average. That was cool. We didn't believe in negative gearing. Positive gearing was the king. That's the way we looked at it, and that's all we promoted. In 1987, we saw the world collapse with the stock market. And we actually predicted that 5 years in advance, and we were 28 days out in the timing. But we had clients who lost their businesses because of the downsize in the economy. And the other thing that happens when there's a downsize is people lose their jobs. So saw a lot of our ordinary everyday hard workers lose their job and not be able to pay for what they're investing into their supers and their rental properties, lose what they had. And I realized very quickly that cash flow was what they all lacked. Cash flow was king. So in 1992, I got introduced to network marketing. And And what happened with me was I saw it as a business model. I went, oh, really cool. But I'd actually, fortunately, unknowns to me, I found out that I was in personal development since I was 9 years of age, because I was on my own journey with that. And I love the personal development side of it. So you're in World Ventures if you're watching this, and this is really a holiday club with a personal development side attached to it, which is just mind-blowing. It'll change your world. Lock into it. But on the business side, I spent 18 months going to every meeting, listening to tapes, reading the books, and never joined Amway. Right? For no other reason than I didn't need to. But what I found was this network marketing model. I realized there are a lot of them out there, your USANAs and your Isogenics, and there's a whole heap of them. A lot of them are product-based. And I realized the one downfall in all of these was the products were great, but they were overpriced to pay for the reps. And the reps bought at this price. What I found when I was showed this presentation for the first time, and I joined in the first 90 seconds because I only wanted a holiday, it was later they showed me the business. And as an accountant, my head spun. I'd found what I'd spent 40 years looking for. The average business that anybody can afford to get into and actually change their world if they put in the time and effort. And the reason I really liked it was that as a member, we pay wholesale price. As a rep, we pay wholesale price. We all pay the same price. That's what I really liked about the product side of this company. Apart from everyone wanting a holiday and being the best health product on the planet, that was amazing. But now I'm going to go back to the business side. You know, we're all out there with our businesses and our jobs until we get financially free, and we're selling our hours for dollars to pay for a lifestyle. And we're in what I call the circle of life. And that circle of life is based on time. It's a time value, and it's your only asset you can't increase. You can just buy back by getting a cash flow in your life. So we run out and we sell our hours for dollars in this circle of life to pay for our lifestyle. And whatever it is, depending on what believe we need to live or what we want to live. And every year, the expenses in that circle of life, those companies are there to make a profit. So their expenses go up. Expenses never go down. They're there to make a profit. So they go up. So every year, people are either looking for ways to sell more of their hours for dollars, how to sell their hours for more dollars, or they bloody downsize, and that sucks. I think all of us have had to downsize at some stage in our life because of desperate circumstances, but none of us wanted to. And those that had something and downsized have always looked for ways to get back up because they've had a taste. And that's the beauty of it. So what I saw with network marketing was this. We don't work 24 hours a day, okay? But we do stupid things that don't get us wealthy during those hours when we're not, and we convince ourselves that we deserve to do that. But what's worth more is in the moment right now to do something that's got no long-term value to free you up, or something that you could do differently over the next 3 to 5 years to follow a successful plan and become financially successful. You're going to put the time in anyway. You're going to put it into stuff that's got no value and will devalue your future, or you'll put something in that's going to change your life, your children's life, your grandchildren's life, and thousands of other people who join your business after you. Even if you don't know them today, see them, because they will come. When you commit to your future, the people who want to be part of your future will come. It's about commitment. It's about believing that this is worthy for you. If you can't find a reason for you, find it for your kids. Find it for a charity you want to give it away for, you know. Do it for a reason and commit to that dream and know how you're going to feel. You know, you might think, I'll have the car, I'll get the house, I'll get the boat, I'll get debt free. Good idea. But actually, when you focus on the feeling, that's what you're chasing. The dream becomes easier to chase and will be attracted to you much quicker because you're actually resonating on a higher level to that dream. You know, but so think about it. If you could put in 3 to 5 hours a week for the next 3 to 5 years to never have to go back to a job, or to wake up in the morning and hug your kids for 3 hours of the day and play with them rather than 5 minutes while you shove breakfast in their mouth and get them ready for school and send them off, and not be there to pick them up from school or go to their school sporting events or their school things, or homeschool them like Kylie is, then do something different. If you look at the last and it's not working, do something different. You still got to do what you're doing until this works, or you're going to keep doing what you're doing for it not to work. You know, with the superannuation, guys, I had super companies telling my clients they only get $2 to $3 million when they retire. They're getting $80,000 to $250,000 these days. Where the bloody rest did it go? I'm telling you, it went in someone else's pocket. Okay. The other thing, did you want me to talk about Kenya now or leave it?
Yeah, and just before you finish on the tax side.
Yeah. Oh, tax stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. I went on some amazing holidays last year. I'm going to tell you, I claimed them all as a tax deduction because I'm a rep for this company and I cannot talk about holidays or sell apples or oranges. I have to try them. So because I go and try the products, I can talk about it to grow a bigger business that will pay tax in some form to our government, then I'm really entitled to do that. So I claim my costs, I claim all my meetings, all the travel to my meetings, my holidays, anything that I invest into this club, I claim. I actually even claim back the GST, by the way, and which is really cool. I'm going to tell you a really cool thing. I don't get GST added onto my my commissions. So I registered for GST. I've registered for other businesses, but in this one I'm registered as well. I register for GST. I don't collect GST for the company, for the government, but I pay GST on my expenses and I claim a refund every quarter. Woohoo! Go figure. Makes your life run cheaper. There are many values to be in this club financially that if you do that, keep track of everything because you're going to have to prove it one day because they are coming. Because here's the deal. If you can't prove it, they're going to make you pay. And not just pay equal 100%. They'll be 300 times what you claimed. They won't muck around with you. They're after the money because this country runs on your money, and their wages are pretty high and they get paid, and they're very, very good at what they do. I've been through a couple of tax audits with clients in the day, and I'm telling you, I can take your figures from last year and this year, and in about 10 minutes, if I can see your two balance sheets, I'll get a fair idea what's going on in your life. Okay. If you're hiding cash and you're using cash, that's really cool. But I'll start it while I'm sitting in your house. I'm adding up your furniture mentally. I'm looking around me to see I'm asking questions about your lifestyle in a casual conversation. I will soon know whether you've got more money coming in than you're telling me, and you've got more money going out, which is pretty obvious. So be careful, keep records, but use everything you can to claim every penny back that you can in this business. You're in business, you're entitled to. So I'm claiming my car, my travel to all the trainings, my holidays, even my internet, even my phone. I claim part of my home expenses. I'm renting at the moment because I sold my house, but I claim part of the rent. I claim part of my electricity because I need it to run my business. I claim my phone, all of it. Because if you're a friend, I'm going to talk to you about the business at some stage. So I'm doing business all the time. If I'm in my car, I figure I'm on business. Even if I'm going to see like a friend down the road, if I run into someone on the way, I'm going to talk about World Ventures to them. I'm in business. I just have a benefit where occasionally I run into a friend. And they're a prospect at the end of the day. Okay? So keep records, get excited, make a truckload of money, guys, that you're entitled to, and free yourself up. And then start using some of the amazing legal systems and keep it legal. There are some amazing legal ways you can minimize your taxation. You're fully entitled to minimize it. Avoiding is a different game. Minimize it. Okay?
Legally.
Legally, you can do this, you know? And there are, you know, we can go into in depth, but look, I would go and get someone you love who's a specialist, and I'll charge you for it, but get someone who's good. Actually find someone who loves this business. Maybe even go and show them and say, hey, I've seen this, what do you think of it? And they say, nah. Say, sorry, wrong guy, go find another one. You know, hey, go and get a free consultation from an accountant and show them the business, man. They've got a database of people. Woohoo! If they're not clever, ask them, say, is your partner smarter than you? Go and show him, you know, but do it. That's me on the business side. Anyone got any questions?
Terry, that was so awesome.
I think you've done an awesome job, Terry. Like so much great information there. But like Terry was talking about, you know, in networking, it allows professional and non-professional people to start up their own business at a low expense, get taught and trained to build an awesome income and have an awesome lifestyle. And the thing is, when networking, it gives you so much flexibility. When you have a traditional business, you're there 24/7. And even if you're not there, you're thinking about it as well. So networking, tons of flexibility. And the good thing about, like, I've had businesses myself. The good thing about this, you can be in profit in networking in 1 week, where in traditional business you can be working for 2 to 3 years before you're breaking even, let alone in profit. So it allows everyday people to start up their own business, and just change their life and take some control. So if you've got a secondary income, takes a lot of stress out of your life, where even if you're only making an extra $500 or $1,000 a week, guys, it just makes a big difference. But I think we got Paulie that's going to share some great stuff that he had this week, and I suppose I always say behind every successful woman is an awesome guy. Hey, over to you, Paulie.
He's a very supportive guy.
He's amazing.
Don't outshine the star. We get that.
Paulie, you know what? You're Kylie's rock. So, you've worked as a great team, and you know what?
We do.
We get tons of great value out of you as well. Like, hey, you're not in the back seat, man. I love listening to you,
Yeah.
and you relate, because you've got both different personalities. Somebody relates to Kylie and somebody relates to you. So both of you are so important, and we got, amazing leaders. We're so lucky to have such a great, strong leadership above us and in our team.
Thanks, Noel. Yeah, well, I guess the word that came to me this morning was commitment. And I guess we hear in this business, this industry, it's a numbers game. It's a sorting tool. You've just got to go through the numbers. But I guess what I've noticed this week, which was lightly entertaining for me, was, people come and go in your business, and some of those people that have gone, who didn't show commitment, are now on to, their second and third companies past this one. And I just had a thought, like when I became a golf pro, like I was working 38 hours in the shop as a shop assistant, and I probably did at least that amount of hours outside of my job to practice and continue my learning, the skills of the game, so that I could, progress each year throughout my traineeship to eventually become a golf professional. So without that commitment, I just laughed, to be honest, because it was like, if I was 6 months in and, thought, oh, look, there's something new, there's something totally different, I'll give that a crack.
I might go play football.
Yeah. I think I might become a tennis pro. Where would you end up? And I think Noel and Terry touched on it, the why. You need a really strong why in why you're doing it, because that's going to drive you through the times that aren't so, high. And life is a journey. It's ups and downs. It's not a flat line. That's when you're dead. So, having that commitment to you and your family and your business is what's going to drive you through to your goals, to success. Not, I guess, and we all waver a bit, I think. We all are influenced by outside influences at times, but at some point you just got to go within and, I'm not going to swear, but, say F you. This is my dream. This is my goal, and I'm going to get there with or without you. And, you know, I'd love you to be there, but if you're not, then it's cool. I'm going. And just, I guess the strong people, the committed people will show up.
Yeah.
And then when they show up and show their commitment, they're the ones like Noel, like Terry, and there's a few others that aren't on the call today. But, you know, they're the ones that you take with you. So I think that's essentially my bit for this morning. Short and sweet. We've got a trip to Cabo in June, which we're very excited about because we've been there once, not to Cabo, but it's just so exciting. Like we went on a resort takeover trip for this team, which is, I guess, the greater team, which is Seventh Power. Dave and Yvette are just the most amazing leaders, and they put on the most amazing dream trips.
It's another level.
It's just crazy. You know, we had fireworks and shows, and, you know, it was just nuts. So if you're looking for a awesome holiday to escape to in late June, I think it is, check it off, line it up, and get on the plane. We'd love to see you.
Yes, and guys, there will be a call with Dave and Yvette and also Martin Ruoff. It was going to be straight after this call, but there's actually just a note comes through. It's been rescheduled because they're actually just about to go into the Europe momentum in Barcelona. So we'll get you the details to that. It is going to be recorded because it looks like the new time is Tuesday morning, 4 a.m. Sydney time. Which is 3 a.m. Queensland time, but it will be recorded. But why it's really important and why we're sharing it on this call is, like, dream trips compared to any other type of travel is chalk and cheese. And then a team dream trip is just another level. And as Paulie said, like Dave and Yvette, oh my gosh, like the time and effort and love that they pour into putting these team trips together for us. I got goosebumps. It's just amazing. And we get to hang out with people who are invested in our success, because if we're successful, they're successful, or even more successful. And, you know, Paulie got to hang out with Martin Ruoff, who is a $1 million earner, you know, soon to hit the top rank for the second time, one of the founding leaders. And, you know, when else do you get to hang out with like one of those top people? And,
you know, I guess I say that all the time. Like when we were in Mexico, we knew who he was. Yeah, we were just, you know, people in the crowd to him. But he came into the reception, or I guess he pulled up in the car, opened the boot, golf clubs came out. My eyes go, ding.
Golf clubs!
And, you know, we knew who he was. So it was like we made a beeline to say hi. And 2 days later, I'm out playing golf with Martin. And he's such a humble guy. And I say, this is what I say to people. It's like, where in traditional business or traditional world or society could you roll up to a CEO of a multi-million-dollar company and go, hey, dude, I noticed you just had golf clubs come out of the boot. You know, do you want to go and play golf? I don't think too many, they'd be going, who are you?
Yeah.
There would be what's in it for them. Whereas Martin was just so excited and happy to go and play golf. Okay, it might have made a slight difference that I'm a golf pro, but it still, he was so humble for the whole day. You know, he was out playing golf, and I was like in, what's the word?
Starstruck.
That's it. It's like, oh my God, I'm out with the guru.
And so the call, they're going to make a big announcement, because what they did last time is they actually put on a competition where you could actually go on that trip for free. And guys, that's what we're playing for. We're playing for Cabo for free. And I guess it's one of the other benefits with our company. You know, every other company in network marketing, what do they have as their prize? It's travel. What's our product? It's travel. So we've still got that Mega Rockstar qualification happening. So refer 2, you're going to qualify. Refer 4, you go on a Mega Rockstar trip for free. And now on top of that, we're going to have a Cabo competition of some kind. So as soon as that call happens, I'll make sure I'm up at 3 something to be on that call live, so that we can then feed that in. If anyone wants to be up with me and be my coffee buddy, would love to be online with you on Tuesday morning, freaking early. But if not, Terry, thanks, buddy. I knew I could count on you. But we will definitely report in, and I'm sure that call will be recorded as well. All right, back to you, Paulie.
Pretty awesome stuff. That's great, Paulie. And you know what? It's so true. Our why, dreams, that's what pushes us through, like, to achieve what we want to achieve. A dream of yours was probably to be a golf pro, and you're really good at that. So, and probably along the way you could have gone, oh, it's too hard, I'm sick of out here belting this ball every day. But the thing is,
can I add one little thing about that?
Yeah.
At 16, I wanted to be a golf pro. And at 16, I went to mum and dad and said, I want to be a golf pro. I've been playing for 4 years. I was at a reasonable level. And they just laughed at me and said, no, you're going to go and get a real job. So that changed me. But I'm 16. I'm still living at home. I went and got a real job. I went and became a mechanic. I did 7 years as a mechanic before I said, sorry, Jack, I'm out. I'm going to get my dream now. And to this day, like, they still, they acknowledge I have a job, but it's not, wow, you've actually gone and done something like what that you really wanted to do at 16.
Yeah, that's awesome, because it's plenty of people out there to say that, oh, you're crazy, it's not recognised as a cool thing, or, sometimes, older people, our earlier generation would say, got to go to school, got to get a good education, got to get a trade, work 40 years, and hopefully you put enough away to survive. And you know what, that used to be the motto, but you know what, it doesn't work. Like, my first job was when I was 14. Worked for 40 years, man. I had some amazing things, and a lot of times when I had tons of things in business, I was this broker at a higher level, and had no time. So making tons of money, but no time to spend the money I made, but like, people never let people steal your dream. I think that's a big thing, like Paulie was talking about, and even your closest friends or family are always quick to sometimes steal your dream. Sometimes they don't really realise they're actually doing it. But you know what I was going to say? Hey, it's plenty of people. It's just like people who built cars. They built everything in life. They would have been told that they're crazy, it'll never work. Just like Henry Ford, if he believed everybody wouldn't be a Ford on the road today. It's just like all that sort of stuff. So, one, keep your dream alive, and don't let anybody steal it. And you will get there if you believe it. And like, I'll get brochures, I'll pin things up. So you need to stay focused in your dream, see your dream, imagine driving a dream, and that keeps you on track. So I think that was great, Paulie. So I guess we got Kylie now, man. This girl, she calls herself Kick-Ass Kylie, but man, I think she's our queen leader because she's just amazing. Like, where I am today is because of Kylie, and she's a great leader. She's a great trainer. She's a great friend. And you know what? She's just, every time I see her, she's always smiling, and it's amazing she's still got hair, because I reckon she'd nearly want to pull it out like, man, she's helped me through so much growth, and we love her because, you know what, she's always rock solid, and she will help you on this journey. So we are so lucky to have Kylie.
Oh, thank you so much, Nolly. I appreciate you so much. And I want to acknowledge you because this is the first time you've hosted our team call, and you are absolutely doing an amazing job. So huge thank you and thumbs up to you. And I'm not going to take any credit for your success because you are the most tenacious, driven, action taker I know. You never whinge, you never complain, you show up, you're on every training call, you're at every training event. Like, you know, you are a rock star. So, you know, you feed so much positive energy into me, and I'm just so grateful to you, and Terry, to you as well. Like, oh my gosh, you two have been my rock over the last year, and I just love you both so much. And for everybody who's jumped on the call, and I know that there's a bunch of you this morning who couldn't jump on, so if you're catching the recording, you know, Paul and I just feel so truly blessed and privileged that we get to walk this journey with you and be part of your team, because each and every one of you adds so much value to us. And you know, our blue family is 4 years ago when we lost our business. You know, we had no income, and all of our friends who were in our circle, you know, they were all there when we had the Porsche and when we had the boat and when we had the big house and when the champagne, the Moet was flowing. But as soon as, you know, the car got repossessed and we were driving a Challenger that was worth like $1,800, and, you know, the boat was gone, and, you know, we were drinking water because we couldn't afford anything else, all of a sudden those friends weren't in our life anymore.
We became a hot potato.
Not the Courties, you know, but it was our blue family who just loved us unconditionally, who believed in us, who breathed hope back into our hearts and soul when we didn't know how we were even going to survive. And it was thanks to World Ventures that we actually got excited again that all of our dreams and goals could come true. And whilst we haven't checked off everything yet, oh my gosh, our life is so different to
Will we
where
ever? Like the list keeps growing.
We just keep adding to the list. It's hilarious. So I just wanted to touch quickly on something that I think you said, Noel, about network marketing and some people thinking it's one of those things. I think the industry is absolutely changing, and I'm so proud. Like, I used to think that, you know, I had so much ego and, you know, I didn't want to be one of those people. And I'm so grateful that there are so many professionals in our industry now who are really working to, you know, bring out more training so that people can be a professional and learn how to do this. Because I guess the difference in, you know, those people that, you know, people refer to are amateurs. You know, they're people with great intentions. They're excited about their new opportunity and they're doing the best that they can. They just haven't learned the skills yet to be a professional. And I want to acknowledge each of you on the call and those watching the replay, because by investing your time in being on our calls, you're investing into yourself and your business to be a professional. And if you think about what's the difference between an amateur and a professional, amateurs pay to play, professionals get paid to play. So, you know, Paul doesn't have to pay to play. Like when he played in Mexico, played golf with Martin Ruoff, how much did it cost Martin to play?
$400.
$400. How much did it cost you to play?
Like
$20 or something. Yeah. You know, what about, so Paul got to play with Marcus Setter, our director of training, and Martin Ruoff in Sydney. How much did they pay to play?
They were filthy at me before they even got to Australia, because they said, oh, let's go and play golf. So I picked a really nice and a really tough golf course, but a typically Australian golf course that I would call an Australian golf course, not a manufactured American course. So we'll go and play. $1,400 it cost the two of them to play.
And what did you pay? Zip. What course was that?
New South Wales Golf Club.
New South Wales Golf Club. So it's the same in our business. You know, as an amateur, if you don't learn the skills to be this business, if you don't take action, if you don't attend the training events, if you don't follow the system, you're going to have to pay to travel. It's going to, you're going to have to pay your membership fees. Now, as Terry just shared, that's okay because you're still going to travel at wholesale. You're still going to save a bucket load compared to retail, and you can claim everything back against your tax. So you've got a whole heap more tax benefits, whether you're in a business or a job, which is great. So it's already, you're still way ahead of if you weren't even in the game as an amateur. But as a pro, we get paid to take holidays. We don't pay for a lot of our holidays anymore because we earn them. We qualified for the Mega Rockstar trip. We went to Fraser for nothing. I think we paid $80 for the four of us to have an incredible trip just before Christmas for Paul's birthday to Newcastle. So when you become a professional, you get paid to play. So I just wanted to share that distinction. And I think the stigma around network marketing, like this is the business of the 21st century. Mindsets are changing. And if you're curious, do a post on Facebook, and this is going to segue now into what I'm going to share today around attraction marketing strategies that I've been using. I did a post yesterday morning, and you can go to my page and have a look. It's just on my personal page. It says network marketing ... love or hate. Drop me a GIF or an emoji. And that was my post because I know that that's going to create engagement. There's 16 comments and there's one that was kind of like, everyone else was love it. That's 1 out of 16. Like, that's pretty cool, right? So I saw another lady who I know is not in network marketing did a similar post 2 days ago. She's a high-level coach in Adelaide, and she had 30-something posts, comments, and all really positive around network marketing. So, it's great to be able to be proud that you are part of an industry that's changing lives, part of an industry that's producing more millionaires than any other industry on the planet, and an industry that absolutely invests in developing people that even if you don't reach the top level in our company, maybe that's not your goal, but the personal development improves relationships. It might help you in your own business. It might help you get a promotion in your own job. It might just teach you to be a better person so you can attract the dream partner that you have been looking for. Paulie and I, our communication and our relationship is a whole other level now because of the personal development that we've done together is in this journey of World Ventures. But like life, like business, like anything, there are always going to be ups and downs. And I love what Paulie said. It's, being committed and staying focused on the goal. And when I saw this, I knew from day one I wanted to be a knighted trainer with our company. I wanted to hit the top level. For me, it's more important to be a knighted trainer than it is to have the income and the lifestyle and to hit the rank, because I just love to be able to inspire and empower others. So that's my why. And of course, to provide an incredible lifestyle for our family. But I know if I become a knighted trainer, all of that's going to happen anyway. Because to be a knighted trainer, on average, you have to be earning at least, I think it's $35,000 a month. So, all the side benefits will come because I achieve my goal. So the big thing I wanted to talk to you about today was attraction marketing. So I shared on a couple of calls back, there's 2 ways to build this business. There's the old school traditional way where you go out and I call it the hunter deer. You target someone and you go out and you call and you invite. And that is an effective way to build this business. And many people are having great success. And I know Noel has been building that way, and so has Terry. And they're the 2 top leaders in our team. It's also how I started building this business. It absolutely works. But the new way, and I guess where we're going now, embracing technology and social media, is attraction marketing, where we put out content on social media or online through blogging, and we are actually attracting people to us. Now, if you don't know Kelly, who's online with us today, Kelly's one of the newest members in our team. When it comes to blogging, Kelly is, I want to say the king because it starts with K, but Kelly is the queen of
It starts with K?
Kelly has, over 1 million hits per month on her blog. But Kelly has been blogging for years. This wasn't I'm going to test out blogging for, 3 to 6 months and see how it works and hope that it works. Like, Kelly has been blogging for years and years and years and years to now get to that level of traffic. And it's very similar with attraction marketing and building a network marketing business. Yes, you can have success and earn money very quickly. And we are helping people build faster than ever with the new online systems that we have, but it's still a commitment in time to get to that multiple 6 and 7 figure incomes. So I'm just going to run through a couple of steps that I've been taking with our subscription to fun page, because we are having crazy success right now, and I'm not doing any presentations. Like, it is such an effective way to build this business on time. And speaking of time, I realize that it's we're heading to the end of the call, so I'll be super quick. So the first step is attraction. So how can you create curiosity and attract people? So if you think of fishing, and I know Noel and Terry are both fishermen, if you throw out some burley in the water, then you're attracting fish to you. They're not diving in the water, tackling the fish and, shoving the bait down its throat, right? Terry used to do that.
I still do it.
So it's the same with this business. We want to attract people. So you want to start looking at the posts you're putting on Facebook. So if you guys aren't leveraging this strategy, if you've got any US friends, twice a week, they have a lifestylepreneur show on subscription to fun, and it's valid for anyone who is a US or Canadian citizen. If they watch the video and answer 5 questions, we can give them a free vacation, because that's the word they use there. Now, Terry and I have been using that strategy. So when I know it's about to come up, like 24 hours early, and you can just follow my posts and feel free to copy and steal everything that I share. I just say, hey, US travel buddies, who would like a free vacation to, and it might be free vacation to Vegas or free vacation to Cancun, because each one they'll actually specify where the trip is going to be to. And I'm having people reaching out to me, go, oh my gosh, I'd love a free vacation. Like, how do I do that? So then I just send them a private message and say, hey, Adam, thanks so much for commenting on my post. Oh my gosh, I am so excited to help you get this free vacation to Cancun. I'm going to invite you to our subscription to fun page. I'm going to tag you in the video, and all you got to do is watch the video. Once you've watched it, let me know. I'm going to send you 5 quick questions. As soon as you've answered those questions, send me your email address, and then I'll be able to send you your gift certificate so that you and your family can enjoy this amazing holiday. And that's it. It is so, so, so simple. So that's strategy 1. Strategy 2 is Facebook Lives. Guys, Facebook Lives is the future of any business, no matter what you're doing. And I'm being mentored by 2 multiple 7-figure income earners in the network marketing industry. They're actually from a different network marketing company. They basically teach network marketers to build online. And I'm actually doing an online boot camp with them next weekend to take it to the next level. So on my birthday, I'm going to be up at 2 a.m. to start my online boot camp with them. So I'm very excited. But they say a live video a day keeps the paychecks coming your way. And I started working with them in November, and we have had crazy growth in our team since I've been following their system, which is doing a Facebook Live every day, reaching out and connecting to 5 people a day, and then ATMing, add tag message, using subscription to fun. So when you do live videos, you can do live videos on anything. Terry and Noel have both started doing live videos, and they are getting results. I did a live video on Thursday, I think it was. Yep, Thursday, which was the are you suffering from this deadly disease? 4 steps to turn your life around and set yourself up for success was my headline. Now, I got all of that content from the personal development that I listened to that morning. I just wrote down some key points, and then I just did my, share on that. And I had someone who was already joined up just from that live. She sent me a private message saying, oh my gosh, that was exactly what I needed to hear today. I'm in. What information do you need to get me to sign up? Like, that is how simple this business can be. But you don't have to be great to start. You have to start to be great. I remember my first live, I sucked. Noel, half the time his lives, he's on the side because he hasn't got his phone right and it's like vertical, but he's getting people to sign up. Like, it doesn't matter. You just got to be unapologetically, authentically you, and live videos is going to boost your engagement. You're going to have more people see your posts. And if you're freaking out about lives, share someone else's and do a watch party. That's just as effective as lives as well. Now, I'm also starting to do interviews with people. So you would have seen on my page, if you haven't, check it out. I did a live video with Michael Catlow yesterday where I interviewed him. That's just as effective as a presentation because facts tell, stories sell. People are inspired by the story. They're going to hear the story and go, oh my gosh, I want that too because it's relatable. They don't even care what the product is, really. I mean, okay, travel's a bit sexier than cleaning or, water filters, but, whatever. So, I'm doing another interview today. So Monique Lanham and I are running buddies. So if you don't know Monique, she's a powerhouse, kick-ass mum, woman, entrepreneur. She's from South Africa, and I just freaking love her. She's just beautiful. So her and I are doing one this afternoon. We're going to jump online at 1 p.m. New South Wales time. And that one's going to be mum focused. So basically, I'm just going to keep lining them up. I've got Lou Hardy, who's the top rank in Australia as an international marketing director. She's a mum of 3 children, 20 years in the army. She's going to do one with me. Got Dave and Yvette lined up. So we will just keep doing these. So you guys can leverage off what I'm doing and just share mine. Either share it to your page, share the link to somebody personally in a private message. You can do it as a watch party. So if you're kind of freaking out about, doing lives yourself, leverage off us. Share Terry's live. So I'm going to interview Terry on Monday, and we're going to talk more about the tax advantages and the financial benefits of having a network marketing business. So if you know someone, you can share Terry and my interview. So leverage off what we're doing. But at the end of the day, put yourself in the game, do some live videos yourself. Or if you're really nervous, let me know and I'll do it with you. Like Noel's first video, he was so nervous. He was so freaked out. And I just went, look, I'm just going to interview you, okay? So all you got to do is look at that dot on the camera. I'm just going to ask you questions and you just answer the questions. That's all you got to do. Now, that first video Noel and I did, I think it's now had over 7,000 views. And that video has had people join up in Noel's team. It's had people join up in my team who I knew because I was sharing Noel's video everywhere as well. So it's video, and the live videos are so powerful, and everyone's gonna suck at the beginning. So you got to get those sucky ones out of the way. Paul was so freaked out when I started doing videos. He didn't even tell me to start with because I put the camera in his face and he'd be like, ah! So Paul went and basically created his own challenge where he used to do a 1-minute selfie video a day, and just to practice, he'd just talk about something. He didn't share it with anyone. The weather. I was golf. The weather boy. But it's just practicing, and the more you practice, the better you're gonna get. So, and
I'll just share. The first week, I stuttered, and I had like 10 takes before I got 30-second video out. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But after a month, and I only shared, I think 2 or 3 publicly. The rest were it was just practice of being, because I knew Kylie wasn't going to stop shoving the camera in my face. So I had to do something about it.
Hilarious. So that's step 1, attraction. And just another strategy that I'm using, which is so effective, and please do this. If you want me to send you my video, send me a private message and I'll send it. Every single day, Facebook tells you out of all the people you're friends with, whose birthday it is. So I send them. So I've created, there's like a little GIF thing where you can like turn your picture into like a GIF. So I send them me saying happy birthday. And then Paul and I, we laugh. We've got a video. So every season, so it's autumn, we've got to film a new video now. We film a happy birthday message that goes for about 60 to 90 seconds. It's really happy, it's inspiring, and it's generic. So it's like, hey, superstar, how are you? Happy birthday. And, you know, we kind of talk together. So you could just do your own. And so then I send that, and then I just send like a little sticker that says happy birthday. So I do that every single morning. It takes me 5 minutes. I usually do it while I'm on the loo in the morning. And so it may as well be productive, right? And the amount of people that come back to me from that, because then what happens? Like, we're connected with people who we haven't talked to forever, or people who, you know, you don't really know. You might have met them at a networking event or, you know, a training or something. And what do? They go, oh my God, that's a cool video. No one else has sent me a birthday video before. Then they go stalk your Facebook profile. So if you've got some positive quotes and some live videos, then they start to, and I've had so many people who've come back to me from that. I had a lady who I actually prospected. We bought sushi off her in a shop about 3 years ago. And she replied, she's now moved to Japan. And she's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much, Kylie. I remember meeting you. You were so lovely when you came in and got sushi from me. And you were just, oh my gosh, I remember talking to your daughter. And thank you so much for sending me my annual birthday video. And I was like, huh? And then I scrolled up, and sure enough, this was the third video that she'd got. Thank goodness they were all different. But now I've turned that into switching it, and now I've ATM'd her, and she's really excited about the business. So, you know, connection, you've got to connect with people. So that's step 2. So number 1's attraction. Step 2 is connection. So when people comment on your posts, comment on your live videos, or reply back to you from your daily birthday messages. And these are things like, guys, it takes me 5 minutes a day to do this. They're generating leads who I can then take the next step, which is the invitation. So, for example, with this lady who's in Japan, she said, oh my gosh, you know, I've seen your posts. I love that you're traveling. I can't wait to be able to travel more. So I take what she's said. So, Ayoko, you know, that's so awesome. And, you know, I travel all the time. I actually get paid to travel now. We've had 27 holidays in the last 3 years. If I could show you a way that you could travel and save and maybe even create another income, would you be open to watching a little 5-minute video? And then as soon as she comes back and says yes, I go, fantastic. I'm so excited to share this with you. And then I'll kind of go into a bit of a 3-step setup, and then I'm going to ATM her. So if you don't know what a 3-step setup is, then please go on to the quick coach videos, which you can access through the DreamTrips app. And you can also access those if you just go to YouTube World Ventures quick coach videos and look up 3-step setup. So then we ATM them. So add tag message, which is step 4. And then step 5 is basically the close and follow up. So once you've ATM'd someone, make sure when you message them that you also edify someone, whether it be Noel or Terry or myself or Michael, or it doesn't matter who you edify, whoever's story you think is going to resonate with your person. And then you do the close and follow up. So if they haven't automatically come back to me, the next day, because I write in my journal everyone that I connect with, and then the next day I basically follow up with those people, and all I do is send them a little message. And Kelly, I know you would have got one of these messages. Hey Kelly, how are you? Just curious to see if you watched the video, with a big smiley face and a love heart. And that is it, because they're going to see that message, and it's really easy. It's a yes or a no. So some people will go, oh no, I'm so sorry, I haven't watched it yet. Hey, that's okay. When are you going to have time to check it out today? Or when today will you be able to have a look at it? So you're really putting it into, you want them to see the video today. Remember, it's less than 5 minutes, so time is not an issue. And so then they're going to watch it. And then, of course, it's just a follow-up. So we've got our 5 questions. If you don't have them, what did you like best, the travel or the business? What was your favorite part? Is there anything you didn't like and why? If you were to join, why would you? And are you ready to get started? They're our 5 questions. And from those 5 questions, I usually then feed them into a 3-way chat. Now, I've had Noel do some 3-way chats. I've had Terry do a bunch of 3-way chats, especially with our all the people we're building in Africa. He has just been incredible, and he's kicking butt over there and building online. And I've also used Michael Catlow in 3-way chats. So, yeah. So, look, I'm going to hold it there based on time. I know I've just given you a whole bunch of info, but I have been asked by Dave and Yvette to actually do a training call on exactly what I've been doing and to have a whole webinar on that. So once they're in momentum in Europe at the moment, so once they're back to Brazil next week, I believe Yvette's going to lock in a time so she can host and have me train on this. So that'll be recorded as well. So as soon as we arrange that, I'll let you know. But if you want more info, just reach out to me. You know, I'm here to help and support you. It's such a simple system. It's given me my life back. So I can now be a full-time mum and have fun and like really just build this in pockets of time. So thank you so much, Nolly. Back to you, superstar.
Hey, no worries. Hey, how amazing is this girl? Wow, I tell you, she's just a book of knowledge, and you know, and she's got a great heart to help everybody that wants to build their business and get their dreams. So, you know, if you're struggling with things, hey, we're leaders and we're here to help you. So, you know, don't be scared to ask. You know, like, hey, I ring her, crikeys, that many times a day. You know,
and I love it, Noel.
and sometimes, and you know, I'm thinking, wow, I'm just. You know, and the thing is, like she says, you know, I've grown so much, but the only reason why I've grown is because I've hung around my leaders, and that's what they're there for, to help you, because they want to see you succeed in this business. That's why, like, you get into this business. So when you get into networking, you know, that's the good thing about it, is helping other people achieve their dreams and goals. And when you help them, you will get what you want.
Yeah.
So which is really amazing, you know, and like, and networking these days is trendy. You know what? People are doing, you know, all sorts of networks these days. But man, we have the best network out there, because you know what? We sell fun and holidays. You know what? Look, even when I came out of the pub and I went to the doctor, he said, man, you need to lose some weight. I said, yeah, I guess I really need to do that. And he said, you look stressed out. He said, you need to have a holiday. And you know what? It's amazing when you go and see a doctor, most of the time they've gone, you know what? You just need to have time out. You need to have a holiday. So when your doctor's telling you that you need to have a holiday, you know, man, so you can't get any better than that. It's just like, you know, he doesn't tell you to have extra beers each day, but he, you know, hey, he says go and have a great holiday. But you know what? We're just a product of the system, and you know, like, I've been doing live videos as well, and you know what? When I first done it, like, Kylie would ring me up and say, "You haven't done it yet. You haven't done it," and I procrastinate, because, man, I can talk so much when it's a small group of people, but as soon as you put something in front of you, it's just like we have this block. You know, we think, I don't know. I know how Paulie feels, because I don't know. We seem to freeze. You know, you know, I guess Paulie can hide behind Kylie, because she probably talks as much for both of them. But the thing is, you know what? When you get to know Paulie, like, Paulie is growing so much in this business. Like, this business helps you so much, you know, like, networking, believe me, will change your life. You know, like, the first time I got into a network business, I was 26-year-old, couldn't read and write. And you know what? You hang around positive people, and you get and you get trained by millionaires, you know, and your thinking changes. And like when the first network I got into, I went to a seminar and I watched this guy called Peter Daniels, and when he was 26, he couldn't read and write, and I was 26 and I couldn't read and write, you know, and I thought, wow, you know, like, but you know what? That's why you need to be at the trainings, because you don't know the person that's up there talking to you. You don't know their story. And you know what? When that guy said that he was 26 and he couldn't read and write, and I thought, man, if he can do it, it gives you hope.
Yeah.
And you know what? When I went out of there, like I felt like I flew out of there. I walked in there and I flew out of there. And you know what? And I applied it back to my business as well. Secondary, well, I was building a network because I wanted a secondary income. But you know what? I applied the stuff that we get out of networking, the positiveness, reading books, and basically teaching us how to grow, just teaching us how to believe in ourselves. And you know what? So when I was doing that, so I was 26, couldn't read and write. I was into cars. I worked at a car yard where I'd done work experience at 26. That car yard, 2 years later, I actually bought, and I was a millionaire by the time I was 30. And I got that out of networking because it taught me how to believe in myself. Yeah. And this is what this business does, because it you know what, it teaches to believe in yourself. And the thing is, it teaches you how to write down goals and how to stay focused, because you know what, whatever we program into our mind is where we're going to end up. It's just like an admin. If you put the right address in, you'll turn up to the right destination. It's just like when you're Googling something on a computer, if you type in the right thing, it'll give you the right information. If you don't write down the things that you want, you know what, you never know when you hit them, you know. Yeah. So it is so important. And like, we've got momentum coming up, you know, and hey, I'm only a product of the system, you know, like Kylie's a product of the system. All the leaders are a product of the system. And you know what, if you don't have a system in place and a system in your life, you know, it's very hard to stay focused and get to where you want to go. So it's really important that, and like, I've grown heaps. Why? Because I got my dreams written down and I put a time limit on them when I want to achieve them. So when we become through the challenges, you know what, we push through because we've written them down, and then they're more serious, because a dream is a dream, but when you write it down as a goal, then it becomes real. Yeah. And that's the most important thing about life. And the great thing about it is, you know what, we help everyday people lift up and believe in themselves to achieve their dreams and goals. And that's one thing I love about this business. You know what, anybody can do it. Like, man, if I can build this business, anybody can, you know. What I was going to say, so you just got to believe in yourself and stay focused on your dreams. And you know what, and you've got to have the system. You know what, if you're not going to training, you know, you just, the people who go to train and make the most money. And it's like in life, the more we learn, the more we earn. And it's so important, you know, like, wow, what a great morning. We've had so many awesome leaders, you know, and we've got, you know what, we've got the strongest leadership, you know, in the world. Like, we've got amazing leaders, and they're there to help and serve. So, you know what, and sometimes in networking, you may not relate to the person that maybe sponsored you, or, you know, hey, you get along with them fine, but, you know, look, I just reach up and go and find somebody that you relate with and say, this is what I want out of the business, and help me achieve it. And guys, we will help you do that because that's what we're here for. So, wow, what a great morning. Thank you, guys.
Nolly, thank you so much for being our host. We appreciate you. You have just done amazing. Thank you so much, Terry, for sharing your wisdom and knowledge today. We just so appreciate you. And thank you to everybody who's taken some time out of your Saturday to invest in you as a leader and into your business. So we love and appreciate you. Have a wonderful weekend. And here's my challenge to you. Let's all do a live video today. And let's all ATM 5 people. So if you are not sure of that, if you need help with that, reach out to us. But remember, action cures all ills. So if you have challenges in your life, the cure is action. If you're feeling down, the cure is action. If you're not sure about this business, the cure is action. So we are so excited to help all of you build your business to achieve your goals and dreams. Have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you soon. Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys. Thanks,
Take it easy, guys.
Great to see everyone online.